Hello and good afternoon, everyone. We find ourselves back on the PTR today. Unexpectedly, I wasn't ready for Junkrat to come out today, but he is the newest character to enter the Nexus, and that means one thing. It's time for our long, boring, drawn-out look at the newest character. I don't know anything about it. We're going to learn it all here today. If you're not interested in me getting talents wrong and yelling at me in chat, if you're not interested in me coming up with builds that may or may not be used in game, like not even competitive gameplay, but in like quick match, because sometimes I'm just way off the mark with these. And, well, if you're not interested in just sitting down and learning about every single talent that he has for about 45 minutes to an hour, then you have been warned! Leave now, or forever hold your peace. Alright, so, Junkrat. Look at his skins. They're pretty good. This is default. And then recolors of the default. But the fact that he has a prison one is pretty cool, I like that. And then he has a demon one. A little demon Junkrat. Yes, he is. Whoa. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Welcome to the stream! I was not given a code, so we just have to go in and try him out. We gotta go in and try him out. So, first things first. First things first. What is his dance? The most important part. Actually, that's his taunt, and that's an amazing taunt. That's an amazing taunt. Description says checking out on it. Shit, how will we ever live with ourselves? Let me stop what I'm doing to change the video description quickly before we can't possibly go on anymore. Oh my god, how can we live? Okay, crisis averted, everybody. Woo! God, that was close though. Fuck, that was almost the end of the world. Alright, where was I? His dance. Oh, probably face at the camera. Alright. His movement speed's 100%. His attacks per second, 1. No spell armor, no physical armor. HP seems about normal at level 1. Actually, it seems a little low at level 1, doesn't it? What's his attack range? Pretty close. About the same as Cassia. His abilities. Frag launcher. Launch a grenade that explodes at the end of its path upon hitting an enemy. So, if we don't hit anything, it just keeps bouncing. The range on this is pretty considerable because it goes past what you could see with the indicator, obviously. Just kind of keeps going. Pretty cool. Dealing 122 damage at level 1 to nearby enemies. Grenades can ricochet off terrain, dealing 50% less damage to structures. So if we want to hit Arthas here, do we have to get the angle right? Choose a talent. Hold on. How do they ricochet? Oh, off terrain, not buildings. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Oh! So I'm assuming minions block it. So if we land it right on a minion. Okay. Alright. Interesting, interesting. Anything else? Stores up to 4 charges. Frag launcher's cooldown replenishes all charges at the same time. So it's a 12-second cooldown. But when the timer comes back around, you got everything back. Good to go. Cool. Concussion mine. Place a mine on the ground. Junkrat's trait can be activated to detonate the mine, dealing 195 damage at level 2 to all nearby enemies and knocking them back. Junkrat can also be affected by the concussion mine, but takes no damage. The limit is 1 mine at a time. So we throw this down, and then we could throw ourselves around. We could throw the enemy team around. I like how this thing just got the regen globe, but now we're getting credit for healing it. That's kind of funny. 16-second cooldown on this one. Oh, that's weird. The targeting for that's really strange. Wow, whoa! It sends heroes really far! Love it. Interesting. Yo, Arthas, are you even coming back? Did I send him into space? Arthas! Arthas! Arthas, come... Hey, bud! Alright, let's try that again. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. And then our E ability is Steel Trap. Place trap on the ground that arms after 2 seconds, dealing 141 damage to the first enemy that walks over it and roots them for 2 seconds. Limit 1 trap. So it takes a second. Oh, it takes a long time. And it can trap minions too. Oh. I don't know how I feel about that. His trait is called Total Mayhem. Upon dying, drop 5 grenades that explode after 0.75 seconds, each dealing 281 damage to nearby enemies. Detonate mine can also be used to send people flying. So we can throw out both traps at a single time. Traps of 1, then throw them away. Also, notice that with our auto attacks, we do splash damage. And it looks like equal splash damage to every single target. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Can these traps be targeted by towers? It doesn't look like it. Oh, he juked me. And there's a difference between his auto attack and the cannon. Although visually it's difficult to see the difference between the auto attack and the Q, the frag launcher. Like, it has a different sound effect, but it's kind of strange. Okay. Well, 2-second charge time on this means you need to be cutting off escapes. So I think realistically, you're not really looking to catch someone in that. It's kind of like if you're trying to keep someone in this zone, now you have 2 ways to do it, and you can corral them however you see fit. Or leaving it in the bush and hoping for the best. Also, to me on quick cast, it seems like the Q, you have to aim it a little low if you want it to impact. So rather than putting your crosshair right on the minion, here, we'll go ahead and turn off cooldowns. Rather than putting your crosshair right on the minion, so like this is what I would do with a normal skill shot, right? It'll kind of like overshoot. So you want to aim a little bit before the target or immediately on it. So he doesn't have mana, but it shows his Q charges underneath its health bar. I really like that too. So some interesting mechanics here so far. Very interesting mechanics here so far. I like what I'm seeing. We haven't even looked at talents yet. I like what I see it. All right, so. I'm trying to... This doesn't count as terrain? I'm trying to see how useful these bounces off terrain would actually be. But apparently this doesn't... Okay. Or maybe I'm just... Wait, what the fuck? It's legit just not working. Choose a talent. What the fuck? Oh, it has to bounce first. Oh, right, okay. So you can't aim at the terrain. You have to aim before the... That seems so weird. Especially when it's hard to even tell where the hitbox of this terrain begins. Okay. I'm just trying to think of a situation where I'm like, I can't just auto attack the person here. I need to aim behind the terrain in order to hit him. It seems really weird. Seems really weird. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Seems gimmicky. Alright, so talents. Level 1. We have put some English on it. Increases a frag launcher's distance by 50%, but does not increase its speed. So, put some English on it. This is our distance by default. Look at this stone. This is where it ends. This stone right here. Then, if we increase it, well, goddamn. Well, goddamn. But does not increase its speed. So we can shoot across the holes. Okay, there's some weird shit here too. Okay, hold on. So this is the stone, right? This is our stone. That's where it lands. So it increases the radius, not necessarily the effective range. Oh, it does increase the... Okay, shut up. Everything I just said, just fucking ignore it. I don't know. It's weird that the whole arrow going way out past it was just freaking me out a little bit. So it doesn't increase its speed, but you can shoot it farther. Okay. Makes perfect sense. Just hit people from long distance. Got it. Cut off escapes with that. Poke at this guy. Shoot him around. Okay. Makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. You can aim within the circle as well, and it rolls to the arrow. Whoa! That's cool, actually. Okay. Huh. Got it. Okay. Then we have extra wound timers. Frag launcher grenades last an additional 2 seconds before automatically detonating. And we'll just see what that looks like. Does that mean they roll farther? I mean, I don't think so. What is the benefit to that? What's the point of this? Why would you want that? Lay him down and wait for a minion wave to walk into him? I don't... Or maybe, like, let's talk about, like, we're trying to control this area. Maybe lining them up right here. So, like, when someone's walking around the corner, they just hit all of them right away? I don't know. I'm not too crazy about that one. I don't think I like it. Then we have Bouncy Bouncy. Upon colliding with terrain for the first time, frag launcher grenades deal 20% more damage. Okay. So now we're talking for a reason to actually use the terrain bounce. Now we're talking. You just have to aim before the terrain. Let's see if I can get this consistent. So I want it to bounce into the wall. Why is it? So I want it to bounce into Arthas. So it'd have to be like somewhere in here, right? Okay. So you can get critical hit damage. I don't know. I don't know if I like it. You guys have been screaming about quick cast. Why? It's more intuitive. Why? Oh, I see. You just see the difference in the thing. I mean, that's just pure preference. That's just pure preference. You can play however you want to. But as far as getting the bounce, I think it's because this terrain is so weirdly shaped. Like, it's just traveling down here, but the angle here, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Whatever, I'll keep it on this to keep you guys happy. Even the, yeah, it can be played either way, guys. Chill. We're totally chilling. So to me, the only one that seems consistent whatsoever is pushing English on it. So we'll be going with that one. That's the only one that makes any fucking sense to me, Steve. That's the only one that makes any sense to me. You turn it on quick cast or on release so you can more consistently aim off walls. Well, it's like these walls don't make any sense for aiming. Like, the angle changes so drastically. Maybe it's different on actual maps. Try mode does have a lot of bugs like that. Try mode does have a lot of, like, you used to be able to just walk through this. Like, this wasn't even collidable terrain before. And you could hang out outside the map. Whatever. Then, level 4. Taste for explosions. Hitting a hero with frag launcher increases his damage by 0.75, or from 0.75 up to 150. Whoa! Hitting a hero with frag launcher increases its damage, by 0.75 up to 150. So it's a stacking thing. You just deal damage with it and increases its damage quite a bit. At level 7, it's dealing 154 damage, so effectively doubling by the time the quest is complete. You have 4 charges at a time, and all you need to do is deal damage, so that seems incredibly easy to stack up. Although, it will take a long time. Let's go ahead and turn off cooldowns. It will take a long time. Because you'll have windows like this where you're just sitting around waiting for your quest to kind of come back. But it's constantly just increasing the damage, so that seems like it could be a pretty good thing. Huh. Okay. Okay. And when you have the increased range, that means it's just even fucking easier to land that damage. Like, we can shoot from all the way back here if we wanted to. So that seems like a no-brainer. The other ones better be pretty good to compete with that one. Bronze hitters. Hit enemy heroes 12 times with concussive mines. After you've done that, concussive mines deals 30% more damage and knocks back enemies 30% further. So just deals more damage. It does 246 right now. But considering it does have that setup time, or does it not? Is that our E ability? So we can throw this out right away and just... Alright, that'll be pretty easy to set up as well. It does have a travel time. Let's toggle off cooldowns. Once again, gonna be a quest where there's a lot of downtime for it. Simply because it takes a while to stack up. There is also no power creep while this quest is being completed. So it's like you either hit it 12 times or you get nothing. Whereas with the other quest, we were powering it up like crazy. As I'm sure you could see, it's not very difficult to land either because you can detonate it immediately. It's hard to land when people are juking around. Also, it only throws enemies 30% further, so it's not going to be throwing Junkrat 30% further. To me, it seems like Taste for Explosions is just more reliable. God, that E takes so long to land. Now, that being said, for disruption purposes, that can be really, really good, especially in an especially, no X's here, team. Especially in an organized team. Like, let's say, for instance, you have an Uther, goes in, point and click stun, Arthas, roots target down. Anyone that can stun consistently, or keep someone still consistently, you'd be able to drop this in place every single time. There's no delay here. You might even be able to fucking detonate it in the air. Like, it seems like... No. Immediately as it hits the ground, though, you can fire that thing off. So if you can keep a target still, 30% knockback on top of the knockback that we're already seeing with this is pretty substantial. So, like, if Arthas will just sit here and fight me, please. I mean, we threw him from here all the way over to his tower. You know what I'm saying? God, that's irritating. Fucking walk into it! Walk into it, Arthas! Alright, let's complete the quest, see how far it goes. I hate you. Oh, I hate you so much, Arthas. God, you're a piece of shit. Falcon43302, thank you for sponsoring the channel. Very much appreciated. I want to see it. I want to see it. Wow! Okay, it does look like the angle matters too, though. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, organized setting, bronze hitters, quick match, slugfest, taste for explosions. That's where I'm sitting at. I don't know if you guys agree with me. Does Alt W work? Oh, for self-casting? Sure does. Sure does. And let's get a better look at that angle. So, The fuck, Arthas? What the fuck? So if we're on the left side, like as far as we can be, that's how far we go. If we're exactly in the middle. Okay, so maybe the angle doesn't matter. Maybe it's the same. Yeah, it looks about the same. Okay, so angle doesn't matter. All right, we chill. Okay, let's see. Was I in the middle of that the whole time? My bad. If I was. I came up to make a point about Uther, and I was like, Uther, blah, 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 blah. So if I blocked any of that, my bad, team. Hey! Thank you.
Dude, this isn't me. I miss you.
Okay. Thank you for the donation. Then our last option here is gotta trap them all. Hit 8 heroes with steel trap. If we are successful in doing that, we are going to reduce steel traps cooldown by 3 seconds and increase the number of traps up to 3.
Choose a talent.
Doable, but it's gonna be like, it's gonna be doable in the sense that you set these up way beforehand and someone just walks into it. It is a massive amount of zone control. And if we can get Arthas to run into this... See, look at that. He just fucking... Like, the hitbox on that seems really accurate, actually. Arthas. Arthas. So we could have 3 of those. And it takes... It's not 3 charges, but it lowers the cooldown by 3 seconds. So on a map where you're setting up for like Towers of Doom, hey, then it might be good. Thank you.
Hallie, it's sponsor hits, not bronze hits.
Nah, it's bronze hits. Oh, it is bronze hits. You're right. I don't know. I guess it depends what these trap talents are, whether or not we actually like those. Garrett Cullen, thank you for the sponsor. Very much appreciated. So the other trap talent to the next tier increases steel trap radius and damage by 50%. That would make it easier to land these on people. The radius goes up from... I wonder if there's a visual difference. So this is without the talent. Whoa, shit! Yeah, that makes it a little bit better. That makes it a little bit better. I wonder how much of the walkway that actually takes up. Fix the audio. That is the most indiscriminate thing I've ever heard. What am I supposed to do with this kind of feedback? Fix the audio. It's crackling? Well, at least crackling tells me something. I shouldn't be clipping. Shouldn't be. I mean, I've been streaming all day on Twitch, and I've been yelling my ass off playing fucking Cuphead. So, I mean, if it's been capping all day, then we are fucked. Now, I am streaming with my AC on, so if you guys are getting some background noise from that, then hey, it's there. I'm hot as a motherfucker. We're keeping the AC on. Let's see. We have tricky shuffles here. While the frag launcher has no charges left, gain 15% movement speed. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I don't know. Oh, the other trap talent, excuse me. Steel trap no longer roots enemies and instead slows them by 90% for 3 seconds. So I think it's important to understand the difference between a root and a slow at this point when you're deciding whether or not you want this, because it will be team comp dependent. A root stops the person from being able to use movement abilities. So a root will stop you from being able to blink away with Zeratul, any bolt of the storm, you're stuck, barrel roll, you can't move. Nubrak's Burrow, Diablo's Charge. You get where I'm going with this. You can't use any of those if you're rooted. But the root only lasts... No, the root lasts for 2 seconds. Fuck this talent. Fuck that talent. I thought the root was maybe 1 second. So maybe a 3-second slow would come into play. Fuck that talent. No. No. Don't take that. It's garbage. Don't do that. The movement speed one might be interesting. Let's see if we like that.
Choose a talent.
Let's see if we like that. So we would obviously go just straight Q build with this, right? We can fire off all of our charges. Oh, gotta turn off cooldowns. Fire off all of our charges. And then all of a sudden, we have a 115% movement speed. This is the same movement speed as Falstad with Tailwind active. Well, could potentially allow us to kite people a little bit easier. And we could have it up for 8 seconds at a time. That could be good. All right, I'm starting to notice a trend here. Okay. We'll go ahead and set our level up to 20.
Choose a talent.
I like this talent.
Choose a talent.
I think that's good. All right, his heroic abilities. We have Riptire, create a motorized bomb with 1,096 health. That lasts for 15 seconds. While active, Junkrat is immobile and gains control of the Riptire's movement. Then, Riptire can be reactivated to detonate immediately, knocking nearby enemies back and dealing 987 damage, 1316 damage, or 1645 damage to enemies depending on how close they are to the center of the blast. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at it. So it travels forward on its own. And it looks like it's constantly repositioning itself. Like I'm not doing anything with that. It does have a pretty long duration. It's an 80-second cooldown. 80-second cooldown with that cooldown ticking away while the heroic ability is still moving around. So depending on how long you sit on that tire, it could be about a minute. Looks like we have activatable abilities to jump here, so it doesn't go over terrain by default. But if we line it up right, we can jump over terrain. So you could do some things like this. Oh, hi, Arphis. Blow him up like that.
Well fought.
Okay. I'm assuming this is really fucking loud, though. Like, I'm assuming people could hear this coming from a mile away. It's also not that fast, either. And if you actually collide with the terrain, it messes up its movement quite a bit. But there's some cool flanking stuff you can do with that. You just have to be completely out of the fight in order to do it. Because if you're just sitting there stunned, you're basically a pretty big target. Oh, I do want to see if it can damage me as well. Actually. Nope, not at all. So I kind of take back what I just said then. We could fire off all of our grenades, get in this fight really quick. Toggle cooldowns. Come here, Arphis! Arphis! Arphis, come fight me! Arphis, please! What the fuck? God, you suck at this game, Arthas. God damn it. God damn it. I hate him so much. Whoa, dude, a level 20 we're cleaving for 240? That's pretty cool. Alright, we can just fire that up right there. Oh, we can shoot over walls! Oh, I didn't expect that! This thing can arch over walls! Our Q, not our auto attack. I know it's hard to tell the difference, but that's our fucking Q. All right, so it does have how long of a channel time? Kind of seems like a long channel time. So let's just walk right up to him. Maybe a second. All right. All right.
Choose a talent.
Then our other option is Rocket Ride. After 1.25 seconds, Junkrat launches into the air. While in the air, he can steer the landing location by moving. After 3.5 seconds, Junkrat lands, dealing 1710 damage at level 20 to nearby enemies and activating Total Mayhem. 5 seconds after landing, Junkrat reappears at the altar and gains 150% additional movement speed until dismounted.
Choose a talent.
So we kill ourselves. Does that count as a death? Oh, this is fucking cool. This is so cool. What's our movement speed? 250% movement speed. How long does this last? Just until we get off? So this kind of seems like what you do on Diva, right? On Diva, you get your energy. You wait until you're almost about to die, and then you self-destruct. Where with this, we could go in. Hey, bud. Let's say we're about to die. Channel that bad boy. Oh my god. And then we just zoom back in. So not only are you denying XP, which could be a big incentive, right? You're denying XP for your death. You also can get back into the fight pretty quickly. 100-second cooldown, though. 100 seconds. One thing I want to note as well is not only do we get the 1779 damage here from the thing actually blowing up, we also get the damage from those grenades that we get from dying that deal 570 damage each at level 21. And there's fucking 5 of them. So to me, this is the clear winner. It has too many positives. Too many bonuses. And that's not even a very long channel time.
Enemy slain.
Doesn't do less. What? Doesn't do less in the area like the wheel. That's true, too. The wheel has different damage areas. The wheel doesn't seem hard to land, though. It seems like you can sneak up on people, no problem with it. It's just the whole denying XP part of this one seems really, really valuable. You basically get the best of both worlds with the XP denial of Diva, and then the instant full health of Bye Bye, but with also the fastest mount in the game to get yourself back into the fight. And it does siege damage. Yep. 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 That's the better one. No doubt in my mind, that is the better heroic ability. Well, okay. Then at level 13, we have Ripper Air. Junkrat is knocked back 50% further by Concussive Mine. Additionally, Concussive Mine's cooldown is reduced by 12 seconds if only Junkrat is hit. So it allows you to move from this. Well, that won't work. All right, let's put it right here. from this. We landed right here, team. Everyone keep your eyes on it. To
Choose a talent.
that. And it doesn't have a cooldown. Good for moving around the map. Can save yourself with it as well. The cooldown reduction only comes into play if you're moving in between objectives, but the knockback alone could save you from dying. So I see those things as two completely different bonuses. Like they're used in different situations, right? I think anyway. I think. This coupled with the knockback that we could get at level 4 with Bonzer hits, not bronze. You're right. Yo, you guys think I'm kidding about being dyslexic? I 100% just scrambled those letters and bronze came out. Look at that. Look at that. But that could be good. That could be real good. Our other options at this level. Enemies launched by concussive mine are slowed by 60% for 2 seconds upon landing. That seems really solid as well, especially if you're able to knock someone into your team. We also have Chattering Teeth. Steel Trap will slowly close. Well, Steel Trap will slowly change nearby enemy heroes. Oh! I want to see that. I want to see that. I want to see that. We're going for
Choose a talent.
We're going for fucking trap talents now, boys. We're going for trap talents now. Chattering Teeth. Let's see. Let's complete our quest too. I'm excited. Yo, where's Arthas? Where is he? That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so cool. I mean, I don't know how good it is, but it's cool to watch. So, talking cooldowns really quick. Let's get 3 of these down. Here, we'll do one here. Yo, talk about zone control. Come at me, Arthas. Wait, why didn't it root him? Okay, we had a weird interaction there. What happened? Yo, Furion, fucking chill, bro. You're pushing him too far back. Get out of here. He wasn't rooted. Oh, it rooted a fucking minion. Oh, no, I forgot. Arthas, come here. I think the fact that this is a cooldown reduction and not a charge is really important to distinct. Yeah. Also, I think this is really fucking strong. Okay. Well, I saw everything I wanted to see.
Choose a talent.
Let's see. I'd probably go for the Ripper Air if I was going for Q build. Just get yourself out of trouble a little bit easier. Burst Fire! Bragg launcher fires all of its charges in a continuous burst. Its cooldown is reduced by 6 seconds, but it loses 1 maximum charge. So our maximum charge goes down to 3, but it fires more cannonballs and it has a significantly shorter cooldown of 6 seconds. Direct anti-synergy with the movement speed talent here, just for the record, because you wouldn't be able to maintain that movement speed for anywhere near as long. But that being said, we're going to be firing off 3 grenades at a time. Whoa! Oh, it fires them off all at a time. Oh, interesting. I interpreted that differently. So it's kind of all in. You can shotgun someone, but if you miss like I just did, then you're punished really hard for it. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like that.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Don't think I'm a fan.
Choose a talent.
Then we have Endless Nades. Hitting an enemy hero with Frag Launcher reduces its cooldown by 1.5 seconds. So if you land all of them, do you have a cooldown? It would be 3. You take 6 seconds off, right? I can see that just being non-stat. Okay. And then Spread Volley. Activate to make Frag Launcher fire 2 additional grenades in a spread. Works for up to 4 total charges or until Frag Launcher runs out of charges. Okay. So if we activate this... Whoa! Whoa! 30-second cooldown on that, though. I think that's my favorite one. I think it's my favorite one so far. So we can't do that all the time. But, yeah, walk into that. 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 You motherfucker. Oh, I hate you. But we can't do it all the time. Well, let's say we have a point-blank enemy like this. And let's just say we happen to root them down, too. We even missed grenades on that, and that was 2,200 damage. That's a lot. That's a lot. Here. So let's say perfect scenario here. We have everything landed on this guy. We get a trap, we throw this down. Oh, we can't detonate the mine. That's almost 5,000 damage. That's almost 5,000 damage. That's pretty cool. Could you do the same thing you did with Genji, like firing the grenade and close its cooldown? No, I don't think, You mean for the endless nades? Like, would we get more cooldown reduction if we hit multiple heroes? We can test it real quick. Select enemy hero, the Lost Vikings. Oh, 5k damage was the ult alone? Oh, really? Really? Oh. I'm dumb then. Here, we'll test it out one more time. Test it out one more time. Wait. Oh, it's already active. Okay. So there's the root. That was a terrible root. Move into the root, please. The root range is weird. Like, I keep expecting my character to move to the root location, but it has to be within his range already. So that's 2.5 and then 5k for the ult. It's a lot of fucking damage, boys. It's a lot of damage. As far as the cooldown reduction goes, we have this. I guess this doesn't matter.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
All right, the endless nades. Let's see. Looks like it does. I think it did.
Well done.
I think it did give us double cooldown reduction. It's hard to tell when it's on a timer like that, but I'm pretty sure it did. Level 4 quest? What does that have to do? What does that have to do with anything? Why are you mentioning the level 4 quest? Level 4 quest, Pally, complete. What does that have to do with anything? We were testing a cooldown reduction. What does that have to do with anything? God, you guys need to stay on topic here. It doesn't matter if our damage is increased. We're testing cooldown reduction. Oh, thank you, team. My bad. My bad. Well, even without the quest being complete, it's like it ramps up in damage anyway. So, like, literally, the test only means it'll do better. Right? So it's not like we didn't learn anything. It's like it only improves as the game goes on. I think this level 4 quest is the easiest thing in the whole world. I think it's one of the easiest things in the whole fucking world. Because, like, literally, like, there's no downside to it. You have so many grenades to just spam all the time. And if you wanted to complete your quest faster, then the endless grenades is a great way to do that, I suppose. And every time you land a fucking grenade, it just continuously deals more damage. So I was kind of thinking of this as burst damage, but if you're in a game that you think is going to go on for a really long time, maybe endless nades would be better. Especially if the enemy team is super clumped up. Yeah, it doesn't, like, obviously we'd deal more damage if our quest was completed for the spread volley, but I think it's at the point where we wouldn't need any more damage, you know what I'm saying? They are hard to hit. They're really, really hard to hit. Oh! We even get the cooldown reduction if they just walk on it at the end too. Okay. Alright, level 20 talents. We have extra increases the riptire knockback distance by 50%, and its cooldown is reduced by 20 seconds for each enemy hero hit. So, increases knockback distance by 50%. 20-second cooldown reduction for every enemy hit is pretty big. That's a pretty big deal. It has an 80-second cooldown, and you guys saw the radius on that thing. So if you just hit 2 people, you are going to be cutting that cooldown in half. You've hit 4 people. Which I think people are going to spread out once they get used to this, but obviously, that's a lot of cooldown reduction, right? That's a lot of cooldown reduction. And remember, it's ticking down our cooldown while we're just sitting here channeling it as well. So you potentially could use that quite often. Potentially. Yeah, so if you hit 4 people with Falstad's ult, it comes off cooldown, right? Same thing here. Same thing here. Or at least close to the same thing. I don't know if I have that timing exactly right. Then for the other heroic ability, this is Puckish Scamp. Reduce Rocket Ride's cooldown by 70 seconds. What? Yeah, that's just better. That's just better. That's, oh, it's so good. Oh my god. So, you have a 30-second cooldown. What the fuck? Alright, well. Oh, yeah. And by the time we get back into the fight, we can just fucking use it again. Well, okay. Yeah, that one's good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What are the other options? They have to be pretty good to compete with that. Cannonball increases the radius and explosion radius of grenades from basic attacks and frags launcher. So just a total upgrade to both our auto attack cleave and our Q cleave. And then boom pow. Hitting an enemy hero with concussion mine reduces its cooldown by 10 seconds. So concussion mine would have a 6-second cooldown. Means you could throw people around constantly. Okay, I think I formed an opinion here. We have very clear outlines for a Q build.
Choose a talent.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Very, Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. No, never mind. We'll just go straight Q build. We'll go straight Q build first. So, very clear to me, we want Ripper and then Cannonball. I feel like a 30-second cooldown on this is... Yeah. Then Spread Volley.
Choose a talent.
And then Cannonball. I feel like a 30-second cooldown on this is a little too much. When you think about it as a means of denying XP. Look at our Cleave Radius here. Oh my fucking god. So you have the attack range of Cassia with her talent to cleave on all of the time. Think about it like that. Think about it like that. Now, you don't get crits from, like, blinds or anything, but that's pretty amazing. You still have a 100-second cooldown that allows you to completely deny XP to an enemy team. And every talent that you... Whoa! Oh my god. Every talent that you've been gearing up for your Q this whole game now has a significantly larger radius. So you can potentially do things like this. Yep. That's pretty good. I wonder if we can take camps. Here, let's not that bad. Not that bad. Here, let's oops. Oh, it doesn't stack anywhere past 200, so this is our maximum damage capacity. So we would want to move this guy to group up with the rest of them. And then... That's just fun. That's just fun. But if you are in a game where you feel like you're dying a lot, you have the option to do Puckish Scamp. So every 30 seconds you deny XP to the enemy team and potentially kill a target. Every fucking 30 seconds. Keep in mind we are level 23, so we're scaled up a little bit higher than we should be, but that still seems pretty good.
Choose a talent.
It still seems pretty fucking good. An alternative to this, if you didn't want to go for the movement speed, I think you could go for Big As. Increases the radius of the steel trap by 50%. And then Chattering Teeth here as well. And then go with the same setup other than that. And then set yourself up for a lot of burst damage here. And that kind of sets you up to just throw down the trap. And kind of bait people in. I think that's doable, if you wanted to play that way as well. Do the bots actively avoid this? No, they don't care. Yeah, I think that could work. You're missing out on movement speed from Tricky Shuffle. But... Yeah, I actually think that's fine. I think that's a decent way to go too. If you wanted to go for a pure trap build, I think the options are there for that as well. If you wanted to go for... Yo, just putting some English on it seems too good to pass up. Gotta trap them all! Then Steel Trap Radius. Then Trap Chases Heroes. And then I would think I would still go for Spread Volley. Maybe Endless Nades. I actually think Endless Nades and Spread Volley are both equally as good, but they serve different purposes. Like, one is to kill someone immediately, the other is to deal more consistent damage over time. I'm not a fan of Burst Fire. But then again, with the trap build, maybe Burst Fire is the way to go. You can just hold your grenades until someone walks into one of your mines. So let's complete our quests. Now we could throw these down more often. And as these guys get hit, we just burst fire on top of them. It still seems weak. It still seems really weak. I don't know. He's real squishy. That doesn't seem bad. I can see that working. I don't feel like this is as strong as just the straight Q build, though. By any means. Mainly because these can get trapped on minions. That's the main reason I don't think it's very strong. And with this shit moving after heroes as well, they could actually bait them into minions. I didn't really think about that initially. Oh, they got me. And then, I don't know. Whatever you wanted here, I guess. Is there a mine build that I think would be viable?
Choose a talent.
There's not a lot of mine talents, to be honest.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
So you wouldn't even want that mine talent there.
Choose a talent.
So it would be probably movement speed to get away from someone. The mine slows. Spread volley, and then after hitting an enemy menu or hitting enemy hero with a concussive mine reduces its cooldown by 10 seconds. So we could do something like that. Our quest at level 4 means we deal 30% more damage and throw people significantly further. And really, there's not much of a cooldown on this from the time that you throw it to the time you can detonate it. So I think this one would be fairly easy to pull off. But if you miss with it at all, you're punished pretty hard. Like right now, they moved up instead of back. So I kind of got punished there. My biggest concern with this one is like when we were looking at the rework for Morales, does Morales have a lot of knockback with her grenades? Absolutely. Does Morales have a lot of damage options with grenades now? Absolutely. Is it annoying as shit when a damaged Morales is moving everyone in the game out of your skill shots? Abso-fucking-lutely. So I think we're going to run into that same situation here where you might be doing well personally, but you're pissing everyone off on your team just constantly. Which, I mean... it's up to you. The displacement is really good, though. It does not give double CDR or anything if you hit 2 people, just so you know. But that's a very short cooldown, and you can do a lot of displacement with that. You're just gonna be that guy. You're gonna be that guy that everybody hates. So if you want to be that guy, more power to you. The slow is so incredibly strong on that, too. The slow on that is amazing. W will move the E. Oh, really? Doesn't have to be set up because it didn't move it there. What's up with these chat bandwagons that you guys get on where it's like everyone starts spamming the same thing? Like I'm doing it wrong. And like, how does this happen? Because the W does not move the E. You guys are crazy over there. That hive mind mentality's kicking in. Anyway, so I think his Q build's the strongest one. Rocket Ride is massively stronger than the other options. And they both have the same fucking channel time too. It seems so superior in just about every way. The mine build could definitely be effective. I just feel like you're gonna piss everyone off. Yeah, okay. So when I play, I'm gonna be trying out the Q build. That's gonna be it for today's stream, everybody. Thank you all for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed our long, boring look at Junkrat as he is on the PTR right now. We'll be taking a look at some videos for him, or at some builds for him shortly. Maybe next week, because I don't have any currency on the PTR to buy him. But I guess I can get him pretty quick. Play 3 games. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go over to Twitch again for about another hour and play some Cuphead. If you guys want to watch in on that, link down in the video description. It's been pretty fun so far, if not completely infuriating in every way. Remember, if you enjoyed today's stream, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new here, and we'll have the A through Z video for Falstad going out tomorrow. Also, one thing I want to add really quick, I mentioned in the Falstad video, but I've been sick for like 3 weeks, and I've been fighting it off, man. I've been trying. I've been taking like over-the-counter medicine. I'm on some medication right now that's making me real drowsy. I don't know if any of you have taken Dramamine before, but it kind of feels like that, kind of just real drowsy. And when I get like that, I'm cranky as shit. I'm just in a bad mood all the time. And so yesterday I was maybe a little mean. Maybe that aggression was a little uncalled for.
Thank you.
1,000 points to Pallytime for that long, boring, drawn-out look at Junkrat.
Thank you. So I was just in a bad mood in that ETC video, and I was taking out a lot of aggression on my allies when probably they didn't deserve it. So I just wanted to say that for the, and I hope to see you guys there. Bye.